You're tuned in to Grown Folks Production. In the mix. With the commish, Nate.
Howdy ho, welcome all of my friends to OMFL Press Pass Live, OMFL Bowl number 107. I got my buddy here, Mr. Maniac. Maniac, how you doing tonight, bud?
I'm doing great. This is going to be, I think this is going to be a good game. I'm excited to see whether or not we're going to have a defensive game or one of those games that we just watched and witnessed with that double 50 burger from Dwayne and Mr. Trey.
Yeah, not only watched and witnessed, but you and I actually had our own as I try to move chat around here. I'm sorry about this, fellas. This is one thing I can't mess with off stream. I got to wait until we're actually live and ready to go. Let's let the guys know that we're ready to go. If you can please let them know for me, that would help me out a ton. I'm going to keep making these words larger so it doesn't look so small. We're going to get right over here to the game. We are ready to go. This should be a great one. I have no clue what to expect. I am expecting 50 burgers in this one after watching what both of these teams did in their previous games. Orlando coming in as a 4th seed, didn't have the season that he expected to have, and yet here he finds himself. We're going to get all the words. We're going to spit them out. They're going to work with us, I promise. It's late, but we're going to get it figured out. Let me get this real quick and see if I can fix this one really fast. Mr. Nips, it was asked if you were going to be on the broadcast tonight, and I said that I never heard from you because it would have been awesome to have you. I don't know if that's going to be exactly what I want. All right, we're ready to go. They are ready to go. We're ready to go. Should be a great one. 2 number 4 seeds. Lions taking out the mighty Cowboys, and a game that I still am trying to scratch my head and figure out exactly what happened in that one. And then we also have the Commodores, who really came out of nowhere to get into this game. Again, a team last season that we felt played way better than they did this season, but yet finds themselves here in the bowl game. Either way, I'm pulling for a really great game. Let me kill the music here. Let's get ready for this one. Let's pull up the overlay. Guys, thanks for hanging out with us tonight, Maniac and I. Whether you're here on YouTube or whether you're watching us on Twitch, thank you. Reach down and hit the like button. It's free, helps us out a ton. If you're checking us out for the first time and you're like, what is Grown Folks? It is a community for the adult gamer. If you're tired of playing with randoms, angry people, angry kids, people with no mics, come check out Grown Folks. We play everything from shooters to Madden. You play it. We got a group that plays it here. And here we go with the kickoff. Commodores kicking off to the Lions. What do you expect to see here, Maniac? First drive of the game.
Let's see if the special teams play a big part.
I thought for a second, as I was asking you that question, we were going to see a kick return for a touchdown.
Yeah, I was seeing the lanes kind of opening up downfield, so I was like, "Oh man, we might be fixing to witness one here." But I think it's going to be an offensive output. Again, it's kind of like the outcome of the Cowboys and the Lions. I think whoever steps up the biggest on defense is going to be the one that prevails in this game. But look for the Condors. I think they're very defensive minded as well. They've actually done a pretty good job through the AFC getting to this point, and we'll see how it goes though. But I'm looking for a great game.
Yeah, you might actually see both teams try to establish the run game because both guys have pretty good running backs who had really great seasons. You see Gibbs in the first play of the game break off a 10-yard run there. Detroit's going to have the ball 1st and 10 here from the 31. To me, it's going to be what offense makes the least amount of mistakes, keeps the ball from being put in harm's way, because both of these guys are going to try to hit the big play from time to time. Good play there from the Commodores defense, shutting down Weaver for a -1 yard to set up 2nd and 11 from the 30-yard line.
Yeah, if you look at these two teams on paper, both of them are actually rocking, I think, two of the top 5 offensive lines in the OMFL. And so that has played a big part of their offensive season. So let's see who prevails better in this game.
Gibbs off the left side for a big gain of 15 there. Puts a little juke move, man. Those option plays, shotgun runs, if they catch you in one of these zone formations, it can be a big play. We see that from Detroit right here.
And another thing, this season we allowed the guess play option for the defense. So really, if you guess pass play on a play like that, and they run the ball, you're getting gashed. There's no stopping it.
You have to be careful. I think we could see not nearly as much as what we've seen in the Dallas game, Dallas versus the Lions, but we could see both of these quarterbacks try to use their legs a little bit in this game. It'll be interesting to see which team uses that first.
Both these guys are very mobile at the quarterback. Red zone is where they usually tend to make themselves known.
Lions with a third and manageable here. Third and a sharp 1 from their own 44. Nice opening drive. Trey, I don't know if he scripts plays out, but he definitely has a game plan, and he attacks it from the very first drive of the game here. Condors shooting the gap. I'm sorry about that, Maniac. Go ahead, but Condors shoot the gap and shut that one down to force a punt.
Yeah, I feel like he does kind of set things in motion.
I can't go crazy today as I did in the Dallas game because it is not midday. The wife is home and sleeping. Nice punt there from Detroit. They're going to nail that one down inside the 11-yard line. So it's going to set up 1st and 10 for the Condors. God, I'm going to mess that one up all night, Maniac. You're going to have to help me out. The Condors, 1st and 10 from their own 11. This team is built around the run. Richardson has gotten better. He's learned how to make throws with him, but this is all about what Taylor does in the backfield.
Absolutely, yeah. You're correct on that one.
And Taylor gets the first handoff, picks up 6 there. It's going to be 2nd and 4 from the 17. You're watching OMFL Bowl number 107. My guy Maniac, the commissioner of the Deuce. I'm Nate, the commissioner of the OMFL. Thanks for checking us out. The world's longest and oldest online CFM. Going into season 108, but before we get there, we got a great bowl game here in season 107.
Yeah,
Richardson back to pass. I apologize, Maniac. I keep cutting you off. I apologize. That was a risky throw. Lions were there. Those are the kind of plays. I don't know how you feel, but I'm ready to go nuts on that. You and I actually had one of those plays in our game today where Lattimore just sat there and watched somebody. I was like, what happened? Like, drives you nuts watching your DBs do that.
It does. And you just you feel helpless. Like the guys are just standing there staring at the ball. And in that case, both of them were, the offensive guy and the defensive guy were just sitting and kind of standing there looking. So,
Maniac, what do you expect from Richardson versus Hooker here? 2 young, up-and-coming quarterbacks, one a first-round draft pick, one a fourth-round draft pick, but the Lions have built him up. Richardson had some injury issues in the past couple of seasons. What do you expect to see from both these guys today? We got a fumble. The Commodores get back on that one. Judy picks it up. 1st and 10 Commodores from the 38.
Oh, that was the fumble drill right there, helping out the Condors because, man, Richardson,
why do I keep saying Commodores? What is wrong? I'm retarded.
Commandante. It's just blame it on Nipple.
No, I'm blaming it on me, Maniac. I'm just need to shut up and let you do all the talking here. The Condors going to set up a 2nd and 3 here from the 45. What were you saying before I cut you off? We're talking about Richardson and Hooker.
I think big play.
We got a massive play, touchdown, Judy. I refused to cut you off that time. I was not cutting you off for the 3rd time already in this game. Richardson hits Judy for a massive play, and we got our first touchdown of OMFL Bowl number 107. And the Condors, we're going to get it out, go up 7. Finish that thought.
No, I was going to say, I was personally going to say I was getting ready for the offseason, but with in regards to Richardson and Hooker, both these quarterbacks have very similar attributes. They're both similar in passing styles, and they both fit each owner's critiquing of the quarterback quite well. I think Trey is a little bit more seasoned as far as being a passer, but I think you're seeing Bronco men kind of evolve his offense a little bit, because last season we saw him, he was just that offensive guy that just ran the ball, ran the rock, and just kind of played a little bit of play action pass. But he's actually opened up the playbook this season, and now we see him in the OMFL Bowl here.
Lions getting right back to it. Hooker's going to hit Conley for a first down to set up 1st and 10 from the 39. An impressive drive from the Condors. Judy gets open on kind of I think it was a post route. Richardson with a perfect dot, and Judy using that speed to get behind the defense and get a touchdown. But if we've learned anything, Mr. Trey, he ain't going to stop swinging.
Yeah, he's coming out full force now. He's going to press it and start slinging this ball down the field.
So many playmakers. If we look at the Condors, it's really about Richardson throwing in a couple big plays, but really what Taylor and that defense can create. On the other side, though, Hooker's got all of the playmakers, from Gibbs to all these fast receivers. He likes to spread you out and just pick you to pieces.
Yeah, there's a plethora of playmakers on the Lions side on offense, and if you get everybody covered up, he does what he's going to do right here. He's going to run the ball with the quarterback, make you pay for it. So just, you think you got a couple guys locked down, and all of a sudden this other guy starts killing you. And you get that locked down, these wide receivers, well, he's got Gibbs that has burner speed at the backfield that at any moment touches the ball, he's gone for 80 yards and a touchdown.
Blackman getting over there and keeping St. Brown from making a big play. Nice play from the Condors defense to set up 2nd and 7. It's a little fascinating to me with Gibbs and his big playability. Trey really likes to spread it out with Hooker and just sling the ball to all aspects and areas of the field. He's got another one right there in the middle. St. Brown picking that one up. He's inside the 5 to set up 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Nice play from Hooker. And there's that cover 4 that didn't work out so well last time we seen somebody try that against Trey.
Yeah, that cover 4 got toasted and roasted for Dwayne last game with Trey. And St. Brown, he is a scrappy wide receiver. He gets those hard yards.
Hooker back to Pat. Ooh, something weird happened there with the play art. Something weird went on, and Hooker gets it over to Laporta. That's going to be shut down pretty quickly to set up 2nd and goal. We're already at the end of the first quarter? Where has this game gone already? We're already 1 quarter deep in the OMFL Bowl number 107.
I think these guys got to run the clock on or something, because that went quick.
That was crazy fast. I guess that happens sometimes. I know I've had games where I'm like, whoa, that game's already through the first half. Okay, here we go. Second down here. Hooker's going to give it over to Weaver. Weaver just walks that one in. Easy touchdown for... Ooh, somebody getting pushed around out there. Easy touchdown for the Lions as they now come out to try the extra point attempt and tie this one up. The kick is up, and it's good. And we got a tied ball game, Mr. Maniac.
Yeah, this game is not disappointing so far. I mean, it's tied up 7-7. As we saw there, the Lions offensive front just bulldozed everybody into the end zone, and that Condors front 7 is no joke. They're actually a force in that run game, stopping the run. So good job there by the Lions front to get them in.
Shocks, Fleury, Kevin, my guy Nipples. Good to see all of you in chat. Guys, thanks for hanging out with us. Do me a favor, reach down there, hit that like button. If you're in Twitch, let us know you're in Twitch. I like to see where everybody's from so we can talk to you and have some really fun conversations. Thanks for hanging out with us late on a Friday night. We might bumble and stumble across some words because we're both tired. It's been a long day. This is going to be a great game. Sets up the Condors 2nd and 6 here from the 29-yard line.
Yeah, that was a nice little run there. It looked like it was going to get clogged up in the backfield, but a little slide move to the inside got him a few yards there. No gain into 4 yards. You can't beat that. So both of these guys are very good at that. They turn something into nothing if they're in that situation.
I had Thai food tonight, so hopefully I don't get clogged up in the backfield either. Condors getting it up to Judy, 1st and 10. Nice grab from Judy, making his presence felt early in this game. And Maniac, I I can't speak to how these two teams adjust and play defense and what they try to do, but there's a theme here coming from the last game that you and I called. Zone defenses are not working very well.
They are not, and they're letting guys run rampant. So adjustments going to have to be made. I think Judy has all 4 of the catches, if I'm not mistaken, so far for the Condors. So I know he's at least got 3 of them. So he has been busy so far early on in this game.
I think a storyline could be with both of these quarterbacks using their legs. We've already seen it early in this game as Taylor tries to go up the middle. He's shut down pretty quickly. If there's an injury, and there could be an injury, where do both of these teams go? What do you do with the backup quarterback situation? Hopefully not. Hopefully we get to see a fully healthy game. What's up, Lost? My brother from another mother. Good to see you. Richardson setting up a 3rd and 6 here in the shotgun. Back to pass. He's got a man, but no, that one gets kind of tangled up. Trying those crisscross routes. Sometimes they work for you, and, well, sometimes they work against you. Detroit almost got him a pick here, and they're forced to punt.
In both these cases, like, I'm not sure who the Condors have for their backup quarterback this season. I know last season he had picked up one of the veterans, but both these guys have had issues where that their starting quarterback went out for several games and they had to use a backup. I know Trey had to use Matthew Stafford, so he's kind of – and I think he won like 2 of those games that Stafford started in the 4-game absence of Hooker. But the Condors, again, last year, they kind of limped into the playoffs. They had to have their backup get them into the playoffs. So both these guys have come from situations before where they've had to rely on that backup. So I see both of them being okay if that happens.
Williams getting his reverse. You and I talked about the reverse. He seemed to be the game winner last time the Lions were on a field against the Dallas Cowboys. He is such an impactful player with that speed, with that juke ability. You got to know where he's lining up every single time they come out of the huddle.
Yeah. Anytime you see that kind of formation, I'm thinking I'm taking the edge on that other opposite side to hope to stop that.
Gets off the right side, juking people out of their purses there. He takes that one for a gain of 20+ to set up 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Gibbs getting involved, and the Lions are looking good here on offense once again.
Yeah, this offensive line, man, you look at number 77 down the field, 15 yards blocking, and they're on fire right now.
1st and 10, we got Hooker in a shotgun again. Back to pass. He's got time. He's got a man right down the field. That's going to drop it in for another touchdown. Salas grabs in a touchdown from Hooker. Hooker is throwing dimes early in this one.
Wow, what a throw! You can't get any better from that. And again, like we're talking about, Trey spreading the ball around.
That one's going to be blocked. Why do I have to keep cutting you off tonight? Every time you talk, big plays happen. I like it. But that one's blocked. That could come back to be a big play in this game as we're 13-7. The Lions with an early lead.
No, I was just commenting that, Trey's spreading the ball around. Like, who's this Sauce guy? I don't even think I even seen him make a catch in the game against Dallas. And here he is making a big-time catch in the OMFL Bowl. But that could very well be something big later on in this game. So what a block there by the Condors.
Both of these teams running shotgun offenses, at least heavy shotgun offenses early in this game, as the Lions are able to shut that one up for a 2nd and 10 here from the 25-yard line. Is that a strategy that you think they're just trying to spread the defense out and hit for a big play?
I think so, because both teams have really solid defensive lines, especially the defensive tackles, and I think they're trying to cause some mismatches there, spreading them out a little bit, get a little bit more open space.
Ooh, Richardson misses that throw. He had a man up the seam. Again, another back-to-back blitz here for the Lions. The Condors trying to hit a big play. Just Richardson a tad off on that one to set up a 3rd and long here. And this is where Detroit licks their chops. They like to get after the quarterback. He likes to force you into some tough throws.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he wants to send the dogs after you.
Richardson's got a man open, though. Is that Lazard gets to bring that in? Is that the old Green Bay tight end or receiver? I don't know. He's played, I think, a couple of different positions, bringing in a 26-yard gain to set up 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line.
I believe that's him. He was recently with the Jets last season. Jets let him go, and I think the Condors picked him up in free agency, so big dividends there in the bowl game for the Condors.
Richardson carrying a heavy load here for the Condors, which is not what I expected to see as Taylor gets his 6th carry there. Only 23 yards, but you can also see Detroit trying to do their part of keeping Taylor in check, sending lots of blitzes, kind of forcing Richardson to make these throws.
Yeah, Detroit's sending those run blitz packages, and hopefully it doesn't come back to bite them in the butt here, but so far it's been paying off with defense.
We're going to have a 3rd and short here, 3rd and 4 from the 43-yard line. A pivotal play early in this first half of this game. 3:44 left to go with the clock ticking in the second quarter. You're watching OMFL Bowl number 107. Thanks for tuning in with Maniac and I. This one's going to go to Richardson. Oh, he makes a nice move right up the middle. He's going to get that 1st down. 1st and 10 from the 35.
Man, that was some happy feet by the running back there, man. He danced around, danced through the hole, and made the best of that situation. That could have been disaster for the Condors.
1st and 10 from the 35 here. Richardson out of a pistol formation, 3 receivers to the left. It's going to be a play action. He's going to roll. He's going to stop. He's got a man right up the middle. That's going to mean 31 of the Lions. I thought it was an easy pick, and Joseph drops one right in his hands. Richardson got away with one there, Maniac.
Oh, yeah, he did. He had, if he had to go back and look at that, he had the underneath guy wide open.
He did. 2 receivers to the left of Richardson, Taylor in the backfield. Richardson under center. Condors see a 2nd and 10 here from the 35. This was going to go to Taylor, but the Lions do a great job beating the one-on-one block and getting him down for a very small gain to set up a 3rd and long here, 3rd and 9 from the 34-yard line. Orlando trailing the Lions 13-7 after a big play, but get the extra point blocked. Now they got a big play here on 3rd and 9.
Yeah, this is something that the Lions, they look like they're scheming. The early downs, they're bringing the blitz to stop the run, force them into those 3rd and longs.
And 46 knocks that one away. Another dangerous throw from Richardson. He's trying to throw in some dimes, but he's not quite getting them there, and he's gotten lucky. And this one might get blocked as well. We've got a penalty. They ran into the kickers. It's going to be a 1st down. It is going to be a 1st down. So what looked to be a blocked field goal ends up turning to a roughing the kicker. 1st down for Orlando. A massive play.
What a change of events there. What that penalty gives the Condors some life here. See if they can make good on it.
They're going to let that one tick down all the way to the 2-minute warning. That is heart-wrenching. You do the job. You get it held back. You look like you're going to get the field goal blocked, and then you get a roughing the kicker, and Orlando has new life. The Lions shut down Williams pretty quickly there. It's going to set up a 2nd and 10 here from the 19-yard line.
Yeah, you had your safety and your linebacker drop back-to-back passes that could have been interceptions, and then you had your special teams gunner on the outside run into the kicker. If you're Detroit, Trey's got to be probably a little upset, thinking that he should have gotten out of the situation. But if you're the Condors, you're thinking like, man, I've got some momentum here going.
Taylor in the backfield, Richardson under center. This was going to go to Taylor. He's got a nice little lane there. Shut down quickly from the Lions, but did get a couple of positive yards to set up a 3rd and 7 here from the 15-yard line. Lions forced to use a timeout. 1:17 left to go here in the second quarter in a great game of OMFL Bowl number 107. Taylor in the shotgun. He's got Taylor back to Richardson in the shotgun. Taylor in the backfield. Another throw over to Devins. I don't know who that is, but a great catch. He is going to come up short, and we got another field goal. We might want to hold our breath on this one, though. We've seen a couple of block kicks or weird kicks.
anything's possible here.
You can see Trey just running that one out. He was not even attempting to get the block kick there. That's going to set up a 13-10 lead for the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, he'll take the win there, holding him to, look like a little bit of a lag spike there.
That one's going to get shanked right out of bounds. That is going to be a big play here early in the first half because now Detroit has outstanding field position from their own 41.
That is not good for the Condors there. And Trey's got some time to work with now.
And his love of his fullback / halfback continues as Reese gets a carry of 12 yards to set up 1st and 10 from the 47. 57 seconds left to go. One timeout for the Lions. Hooker in the shotgun. He's got Gibbs to his right, 3 receivers. He's got time, steps up in the pocket. He's trying to hit Gibbs on the wheel route as the chat has been talking about all night long. Hooker 8 for 8, 103 yards and a touchdown. Really impressive start to the opening of OMFL Bowl 107, Maniac.
Yeah, you can't have a better start to a ball game than you have if you're Hooker.
Quick little throw out to St. Brown. He tries to cut it back inside. As you try to do these commentary games just for fun, you guys know if you've seen me at any point, I put a lot of effort into the production and how I don't want to sound goofy on the mic. I'm trying my best here, and you realize how hard it is to do this in real life. You're stumbling and bumbling on words. Commodores, here I go again. Condors should have took a timeout there. He kind of got burned. He's going to get over to Laporta. He's going to get out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. 32 seconds left to go. No timeouts. He should have taken the timeout as he had guys way out of position on that one.
Yeah, it looked like he's seen this play from the game from Dwayne and Trey, and he was covering that one side of the field. So
Gibbs has been open all day long on the routes. He catches that one and gets it down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal for the Detroit Lions from the 1-yard line. 28 seconds left, and he got out of bounds. So now Trey has the entire playbook open to him, and that kickoff out of bounds with the lag spike comes back to haunt him.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for the Condors. That Trey, he can already go the distance of the field, 80 yards with no problem whatsoever, and you give him another 20 or 40 yards to work with. It's no good at all.
Hooker spreading him out, trying to squeeze it in there. Boy, that one falls dangerously untouched. That was a dangerous throw there from Hooker, his 1st incompletion of the day.
As we saw from the Condors, they picked Josh Allen off 6 times in the AFC Championship game. They've been kind of quiet so far, so I wonder when they're going to get hot and possibly help their team out here.
Nipples, pick me up a Twix, cookies and cream Twix. That would be awesome. Weaver's going to take that one up the middle, and for the 2nd time today, he just walks it in. Condors defense a little weak right there in the middle, and the Lions are going to go up 20-10. I guess I shouldn't give them the extra point yet because it hasn't quite happened. Okay, now I can give them the extra point. 20-10 lead here with 21 seconds left.
I'm kind of wondering if the Condors don't have a injury that's to one of their stud defensive tackles, because they're a little bit more stronger up front normally. So I'm not sure exactly if they got an injury that they're dealing with or not.
I've never seen what I just seen happen right there with Hunter. He goes out of bounds. He leapfrogs back inbounds, grabs it with his fingertips, and then gets a return of 23 yards. So 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. They're down by 10. They need to be careful here. As I learned with you today, weird crap can happen, and what looks like a bad lead can turn into a massive lead with one really bad play. Richardson back to pass. Oh, he's got Judy off to the left side. Richardson dropped in a dime, and Judy dropped it.
Wow.
That was a dime throw, probably Richardson's best throw of the day, and it falls harmlessly to the ground as Judy just could not haul that one in.
That's got to be just heartbreaking there. for the Condors.
Richardson's going to try to run this one out. Not quite sure what they're trying to do here. He's going to set up a 3rd and 7. It looks like he takes a timeout. So Mr. Bronco Man not giving it up. He's going to keep trying to find a way to try to make plays. And I guess if you watch the Lions and Cowboys game, you'd have the same outcome yourself. You're like, I'm just going to keep tossing it up here.
It's never over. It's never over.
Richardson back to pass. This is going to be the last play of the half. He's going to roll out and throw it out of bounds. Okay, that's not what I expected to see happen there, but that is how the first half of this one is going to come to an end. Let's get it over here to just me and you. Mr. Maniac, give me your synopsis of what the first half looked like.
Impressive start by Hooker and the Lions. He's been 100% so far through that first half, and then the Condors have been pretty impressive as well. But I think their defense they've been a little weak in the middle. So depends on like I said, I don't know if they've got injury or what, but they've got to strengthen up that front 7 and hopefully stop what Trey's doing with that running game, because he's just firing on all cylinders right now.
Let's get right back to it. The Condors are getting this one to open up the second half. 2 receivers to the left. Richardson under center, pressure right in his face. He's lucky that one didn't get a play made on it. It falls harmlessly to the ground, but he threw that one out of a sack. Didn't really have anybody open. The Lions playing really good defense, keeping the Condors to just 10 points in the first half.
Yeah, he's got a good game plan going on, and I was going to say that the Condors should try to pass on first down. I think they ran every time, but
Taylor off to the right side. He's gone, Maniac. 5-10 touchdown. Condors, he was gone from the get-go. It was blocked up perfectly, and the Condors find a way to get right back into this one early in the second half, not quarter.
Just like I said there in the first half, Trey's bringing that blitz run fits, and it bit him in the butt there because they all got trapped inside. No one's on the outside contain, and he was gone from the handoff. You could see it was the Red Sea party.
Yeah, once Taylor gets rolling, you better have 3 or 4 guys back there, because one guy's probably not going to do it. There wasn't anybody. The guy in the stands at the popcorn stand was the nearest dude to tackling him. The Condors are going to bring this one to a 17-20, and here goes Detroit getting started from their own 25. Gibbs off to the left side, breaks a tackle, breaks 2, trying to break 3. He's going to get that one to a gain of 7 down to the 32-yard line to set up 2nd and 3. And I keep having these mini strokes over here, so you got to help me out.
I have also, man, I start to say words, I'm like, but man, that was one break away from going the distance there for Gibbs.
Hooker checking it down to Reese, and that one's going to pick up a first down. Big hit, though, coming off to that right side. We're seeing the Condors really like this Tampa, too. I think it seems to be his answer for these possible RPOs or even taking off with the quarterback, but it's going to leave you open on those big plays, which we know Trey is going to take a shot here soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and he figures out any kind of pattern that the Condors are doing, he's going to exploit it here eventually.
Checking it down to Reese again. Hooker starting this game 13 of 14, 152 yards and 2 touchdowns. Really hot start there for Hooker. And if anybody knows anything, and that is a hot hooker is a bad hooker, can get you in a lot of trouble. Orlando better get this figured out and start trying some other things, because what they've tried up to this point has not worked out well. Hooker now spreading them out again.
Yeah, that's impressive, though, man. He's only had 1 pass, but he's not forcing everything. He's taking what they're giving him, so good job on Trey there just to take what the defense gives him.
Oh, a fumble from St. Brown. That's going to be picked up by the Condors. And, Maniac, we have our first big turnover of the day.
It's almost the same, not the same situation, but a little similar to what the Dallas Cowboys and Dwayne had there. Looked like they were driving, fumbled the ball there in the red zone, and then you see Trey and the Detroit Lions got life from that. So let's see if that happens with the Condors here.
Mr. Nipples, that's coming from my stream. It's a little soundboard, a little something new that we've added to. We're just kind of sprinkling it in from time to time. So if you check out some of my other streams, you'll probably hear that a whole lot more. Condors now with a 2nd and 10 from the 37-yard line, giving it to Taylor off the left side, coming out of that shotgun formation, which they've liked to lean in on here. 3rd and 3 from the 43-yard line. They have to get some kind of points out of this.
Yeah, if he can get this game tied up, that's tremendous. Being down by 2 scores and then come back to tie this, that would be big for the Condors. And as we've seen the last games, this is probably not going to be safe.
And that one's going to get picked off from Branch. Again, Richardson just a little off on his throws. He's trying to squeeze them in there, and he's got other guys open. I don't know if it's predetermined or if he's just making the lead rate. The lead rate, what is that? The read late is what I was trying to say. Either way, the Lions get it right back. Great field position from the 34-yard line.
That to me feels like it's a pre-play read. Just, you're anticipating a certain defense to react a certain way, and they got to be open, and you're throwing on timing based, and if it's wrong, it's wrong.
Nice pressure there from the Condors, getting Hooker on the ground. 2nd and 17. If we know anything about Hooker, he doesn't like to be on the ground. He likes nice, soft, cushion pockets to stand in.
That's right. Trey and this offensive line, they've done a good job keeping him upright. So good pressure there by the Condors.
Weaver getting a lot of carries here, 6 carries, 10 yards, which I find interesting because Gibbs had such a hot hand early in this game. Why do you think they're moving Weaver into this game so much early?
I think he's probably saving Gibbs for the 4th quarter. Maybe he kind of senses this is going to be a sprint to the end, so he's saving his big horse for the end.
Hooker with a stiff arm to get the first down. That can be dangerous. Maniac, you and I have commentated this a few different times. Stop running cover 4 versus Trey. It ain't working, okay?
It's like when Trey sees cover 4, because it usually shows itself pretty early. He's just like, oh yeah, money.
This one's going to be a reverse to Conley, who puts a move, and he's going 5. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. What a move from Mr. Conley. Reggie Conley getting back in there for Detroit.
That is Trey's top wide receiver rookie from this last draft, and he's been one of his favorite targets, man. So another piece for that puzzle with all those weapons he's got.
He has so many weapons. They're all athletic, and he's not shy about getting the ball to whomever he chooses. And the one guy we haven't seen a lot of is Williams. And mark my word, before this game's over with, we're going to see Williams on a streak. He's going to take that shot play. It's going to happen. And the story of this game early on in the 3rd quarter with 4:35 left to go as the Orlando Condors get their 2nd or 3rd drive here in the 2nd half going, has to be Hooker in his red-hot start. He has just found all the open guys, and he's made pinpoint throws.
Yeah, he's been unbelievable so far. You can't ask for a better start to the game.
Richardson trying to do his own Hooker impression there. You should not impersonate a Hooker, but that could get you in trouble. Richardson getting it over to Downs, another receiver I don't know a ton of, but he's making plays here in OMFL Bowl 107.
Yeah, he's a little speedy guy. He was a rookie this last season before last, so good guy there.
Lions doing a great job getting after the run. I know they gave up the big long run to Taylor, but they've been doing a good job of keeping Richardson in check, and when Taylor's tried to go up the middle, doing a good job keeping him in check. Richardson back to pass. Who's getting pressure? He's got the wheel route, though, and that one's going to be brought in by Likely, and the chat is now going to light up like crazy as they all talk about the wheel route because people know it is what it is.
Yeah, I've added 6 of them to my playbook for next season. No, I'm just playing. No.
I will be updating my playbook with as many of those as I can find. Oh, Richardson with a fumble. Oh, yeah, it was a fumble. That was picked up by the offensive line, and they dodge a bullet here. That would have been devastating.
Man, we've seen more fumbles in the last 2 games than I think we saw all season long. Man, these guys are hitting hard. They're putting the whammy on the other guys.
If I play you this season, Nipples, I'm running 3 of those in the first half, and I hope that you just quit and I can get the win. That one's getting over to Downs, and Downs is walking that one in for a touchdown. Condors tighten this one up and get right back into it.
The Condors are not giving up. They are not throwing in the towel. They are playing until the end of this thing. So what a comeback there to keep the game close.
Listen, it's been impressive, Maniac, with Richardson, a couple of bad throws. You and I have talked a lot about this. Detroit will drop their fair share of interceptions. It's definitely something with their team.
Oh, yeah.
But Richardson hasn't quit. He keeps coming out there, trying to make plays, and he's kept this team in this one. They pulled this game into 3 when we could see a 14, 18, 21-point lead already.
Yeah, if not for the pick that he threw earlier, we would see the Condors right now being in the lead right now. So
1st and 10 here for Hooker and the Detroit Lions from their own 25-yard line. Little play action.
Don't run cover 4.
He's got Laporta, though. Playmakers galore for this team. Laporta hauls that one in for a big game. 1st and 10 Detroit from their 45.
Yeah, and it's like I said before in the other games, you stop Williams, you stop St. Brown, you stop Conley, you stop his running back, and then all of a sudden here comes the tight end, Laporta, just out of nowhere making big plays. He is so talented across the board on this offense.
And if you cover them all, Hooker will take off running as Laporta brings in another wheel route. I'm pretty sure that was a wheel route. Maybe not. I don't know. It was a weird-looking play. Oh, no. He just was sitting on the sidelines and then turned it upfield. But he's just got so many weapons. That is what led them to OMFL Bowl 107, and he continues to lean on that. This guy can hang up 50 on the Pope. He can just put up points galore.
Yeah. Trey could go off on any team at any moment, I think.
Did Gibbs get hurt and we missed it? We get Weaver with another carry. I think his 8th carry already this game, and I haven't seen Gibbs out there. No, there's Gibbs there. So it's definitely an intentional decision, something that they've seen there in Orlando, but I'm just wondering why you're not getting the ball. And that one gets over to Laporta. Hooker to Laporta. He is just dropping dimes in there. Cover 2 didn't work out for him at all.
Yeah, Hooker is ported into Laporte. I'm telling you, man, because it's he's open. He's been open this whole drive. And like I said, the Condors, it looked like they were actively trying to cover those outside receivers, and Trey just like, you take that, I'm gonna get this, and wow, it's tough.
I get why you're not playing man, because Hooker can take off running, kind of leaves you open to getting maybe beat deep, but zone ain't working either. You got to do something to mix it up here as the Condors get started. 1st and 10 from the 25.
Yeah, every once in a while you got to call a spy or something just to relieve that situation, and so you can call a man or something. But it's cover 4 again. That's just like money for Detroit right now.
Downs showing that he too needs to be recognized here in the OMFL. He's making some big plays here in OMFL Bowl 107.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's got a man wide open, a little late on that throw. He had a man open, and I think the guy he tried to get it to, he could have waited another second to clear out from sort of that congestion, all those players in the same area at the same time. But Richardson just a little off, whereas on the other side of the field, Hooker has just been pinpoint crisp all game.
Yeah, and that's been the difference in this game so far. Just the pinpoint accuracy of Hooker compared to Richardson. Richardson has played an awesome game up to this point. but just still showing some of those signs that he's still immature. And, so let's see if he can pull it together here and lead his team to a comeback victory here.
Richardson getting it over to Woods. Woods bringing it up the field. A big play for the Condors there. 1st and 10 from the 14. And Maniac, it's hard to believe, but we are less than 10 minutes away from crowning our season 107 champion. Will it be the Lions? Will it be the Condors? Either way, we're going to crown a brand new champion tonight. We've got a great game as we finish it off here. Under 9.5 minutes left to go. Taylor gets shut down to set up 2nd and 9 from the 13-yard line.
Yeah, he had a little bit of a crease there to the left side. Just if he would have made a little bit of adjustment, he could have possibly got that in the end zone. But, we've seen that the Condors also have some tight end weapons as well. So, he's kind of like, hey, Trey, I'll raise you some wood for that Laporta.
A perfect dime thrown to Judy. Richardson doing his own Hooker impression, and he dropped that one in right over the linebacker. Touchdown, Judy, and the Condors won't go away.
Tell you what, if there's anybody on the Condors that I'm picking to be the MVP of this game for them is Judy, because he has been on fire. He's been open most of the night, and he's helped keep the Condors in this game.
He did have the one big drop right there before half, but outside of that, he has been spectacular. We got a 3-point game with 8:44 left to go here in the 4th quarter of OMFL Bowl 107. Thank you for tuning in. Do me a favor, if you haven't already, reach down there, hit the like button. It's free, doesn't cost you anything, helps us out a ton, shows me a little bit of love, and we should be spreading love here in the holiday season. So spread some love, hit that like button. If you're checking us out for the first time, check out the Grown Folks online community. Lots of amazing people. Come check us out, join our Discord, check out some of our leagues that we have to offer here. There's Gibbs off the right side, only 5 carries, but 60 yards. How that man doesn't have more than 5 carries this late in the game is a little bit beyond me, but how can you say anything about this Detroit Lions offense? They've been playing spectacular.
Yeah, I kind of feel like he's saved him to this end, though, hoping that he'd have the lead, that he could just use him to kind of run the game out.
Ragnu with a big injury there. That could be a problem if that's any kind of length here. That's a big-time player right there in the middle of this field. And we've seen when they get down close to that goal line that the Lions have leaned in on that interior offensive line.
Yeah, I think if he's still got his big defensive tackle there, I think that's his center. So that could
cover
play
4 again,
big
Maniac.
matchup. Oh no,
I can't believe we're seeing so much cover 4 that don't work. That's a nice throw there, though. Hooker to St. Brown, 6 receptions, 63 yards against the cover 4. Didn't work again. I'm shocked it didn't work this time, but it didn't work this time. 1st and 10 from that 30-yard line. Hooker in the shotgun. Gibbs to his right, 3 receivers to his left. I was going to get out to Williams, and this is a big play potential. Williams up to the 30, the 35. He's going to get it up to the 37, 43. I'm sorry, I'm all flip-flopped. I thought I was somewhere I was not. Up to the 43-yard line. 1st and 10, Detroit. We knew it was coming. Williams is a big play guy that he likes to get the ball to.
Yeah, as you saw there, Bronco Man was using that guy that was supposed to be the cover 3 outside guy, and he bit up on that play action. Didn't stay on his guy out there, and man, that hurt him.
These are the Gibbs is injured. He's not getting up. That one looks like a serious injury. Another big-time injury here for Detroit. We're going to have to see how these start to pile up. This is the kind of game when I'm playing defense against this kind of offense that drives me nuts, because he's checking it down, right? He's hitting his tight ends. He's hitting his fullback. He's hitting his run back. But he's also got, 18 catches to his wide receivers. So it's like you've got nothing to complain about, but the guy's just completing everything and making all of the right reads. It makes it really, really difficult to defend. You better watch the outside receiver on this play, especially with single man coverage. Now it's going to go to Weaver. Weaver running people over. 2nd and 3 here from the 24-yard line. And it looks like Gibbs is done for the day. It was a quick message, but he might be done for the day.
Yeah, it looked like he was done. Weaver is a rookie, and he came in pretty highly touted from his college when Trey drafted him, and he's been playing solid. So see if he can continue.
Montgomery off the left side, a nice gain of 15 to set up first and goal from the 10-yard line for the Detroit Lions. They're up 3 here. I was checking my math really quick. 31-34 with 5:23 left to go of the fourth quarter. You're watching OMFL Bowl number 107. Mr. Maniac, the commissioner of the Deuce. My name's Nate, the commissioner of the OMFL. You're watching the world's longest and oldest online CFM playing its 107th bowl game. We're turning 24? 23 or 24, I don't know, I gotta do the math. It started in 2001, so whatever that math is. So we're turning 24, I think, here in January the 15th of 2024. And you're tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, the Condors have got to step up here, hold the Detroit Lions to a field goal. This is an important defensive.
Only Hooker's second incompletion of the day. He's 20 for 22. He has been outstanding today.
Yeah, he missed that way wide, and the Condors have got to be so excited because he has not missed many at all in this game.
Third and goal from the 7. Hooker in the shotgun formation, so it has to be a pass. He's getting it out to Montgomery. Montgomery running backwards? Hold on, I got the soundboard for that. Hold on.
You know the rules, and so do I. Say goodbye.
The field goal is going to be up, and it's going to be good. I don't know if you can hear that, Maniac, but it makes me chuckle. Go back and watch it in the stream if you want to hear all that. But it's a song that says, you know the rules, and so do I. So evidently that was a mistake. Trey goes down. They take a 6-point lead here. It feels like the reverse of the Dallas Cowboy game. Like Dallas was in control of that game, and then all of a sudden late there was like one little play. It left the door open. Doors wide open here for the Condors. And Nipples, I'm glad you enjoyed that, buddy.
Yeah, this is kind of role reverse for Trey. I'm sure he's thinking about this going through his mind right now.
They get the drive started with a short gain. 2nd and 7 here from the 28-yard line. Good to see Jamal Williams in his bowl game appearance here. 2 receivers to the right, 2 tight ends. Taylor in the backfield, Richardson under center. It's going to be a play action, instant pressure though. He does get it out. Taylor hauls that one in. Almost said Richardson hauled it in like he threw a pass to himself. That did not happen, but Taylor with a big play as Richardson had to throw out of a sack there.
And it's a first down, so that was unbelievable there by Richardson to be able to get that off, and for the running back there to get it over to get a first down. So you set it down.
Richardson's going to give this one to Taylor. Nice running lane there, running through a couple of arm tackles. 14 rushes, 131 yards, 1 touchdown. Taylor making his presence felt. We knew he was going to be one of the top-notch players for the Condors.
Yeah, this is what you're kind of used to seeing from the Condors. For the most part, Trey's done a good job to hold him to, but as you see, he still has 130-something yards in the game, so you can only hope to contain him.
Yeah, he had the one big run off to the right side, and it really got the Condors going. That was the play that really got them some momentum. Defense comes up with a big stop. Now you got a 6-point game, 2 minutes left to go. It's crazy. We got a 6-point game. OMFL Bowl 107. Nate and Maniac hanging out, calling this game, and we're already 2 minutes left to go. It feels like this thing just started.
This game has went by very quick. It's total polar opposite. That game with Detroit and Dallas, it took forever because there were so many big plays.
Downs hauling that one in for a first down. Downs picking up a first down. Downs, the number 1 first down. I don't know. Maybe there's something there that I'm missing, but nice first down there for Orlando. First and 10 from the 40.
That was a good read there.
Taylor's in the backfield. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers to the left of Richardson. He's letting this one clock down. He wants to score with no time left for Hooker and Detroit to get going. This one's going to go to Taylor. Taylor's going to take it off the left side. He's going to pick up 6 there to set up 2nd and 4. Of course, I understand the concept. You don't want to leave Hooker a ton of time. But hey, buddy, you still need a touchdown here, so you can't play around too much.
And he's only got 1 timeout, too. So there's strategy, but there's also some urgency that needs to happen here pretty quick.
Getting it over to Judy. That's going to be a first down for Jared Judy. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. And yes, Nipples, it looks like Trey is playing the defensive line. Like a lot of us, when we get thirsty, we drink and we do what we got to do. But Richardson and Orlando, they're driving down here trying to get a late lead and leave Hooker no time on the clock. We're under 40 seconds, Maniac.
I'm sorry. I had a flashback from our game today. So
yeah. He's got a man wide open. It's likely bringing that down to the 1-yard line. He's going to take his timeout there. No, Detroit takes the timeout. We've got 28 seconds left to go in this one. 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Orlando down by 6. What a play by Likely. Diving catch, bringing that in from Richardson.
That is a special catch there. Don't see that animation a whole lot, so that's pretty awesome to see.
Orlando's going to pass on this one. Back to pass. He's got a man wide open, and that's going to be an easy touchdown from Likely. And Orlando takes the lead with 26 seconds left to go in OMFL Bowl 107. But Detroit does have 2 timeouts left, and they're only going to be down by 1. It's surprising that, well, I guess 2 doesn't really do anything here. So, yeah, you just take your extra point, take your small lead. All Detroit needs is a field goal.
I have to think back to the kickoff mishap earlier.
Yeah, it was such a pivotal play. What is with this weird jump up? Okay, another. Why y'all do weird stuff that I gotta start banning? Like, that's. Oh, God. I hate when I see stuff that I'm like, why? Why are we doing this? Why? Now I got to go. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not letting it pull me out of this. We got a great game going here. Let's finish calling this one. 5 wide for Hooker because Hooker, he likes to spread them wide. He's pulling them out. Hooker's got a man right up the middle of the field. It's going to be Williams. Williams already down to the 50-yard line. And just like that, the Detroit Lions are already in scoring position. They don't need a whole lot.
Oh man. You go all game holding those guys to hardly anything, and then all of a sudden,
Williams comes going to be picked off. Blackman makes the play. He forced him to hold on to it. Hooker's trying to drop it off at the top, and Orlando is going to win this game.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Wow. What a play. You could tell he just kind of held onto the ball there just a little bit too long for that play there, and the safety started making his move as soon as the ball went in the air.
Orlando was covering Laporta. He made him hold on to it way too long. Trey had made up his mind. He was not going to eat that one. He tries to dump it over the top, and Orlando is your champion in season 107. I am blown away by what just happened. Another amazing game.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I mean, I was like, Hooker, you couldn't have done anything more better for your team. Like he only missed like 3 passes the whole game. But the costly pick right there, just wow. You can't say enough. Bronco man scraping and scrapping his way into the playoffs, and then to actually win the OMFL Bowl.
And pushing him deep, making that play, and the Condors defense, they come away with the play to seal the game. What an amazing game. 2 games I feel like me and you have gotten a call back-to-back, from the NFC Championship game to this game, where I'm stunned. I'm like, what? Like, it flipped like that, like in just a couple of seconds. And we've already got some of the coaches with us, so we're going to let these replays. Okay, the replays are done. Let's get over here to a little interview with some of our coaches. I think we asked for where we're going to do the team that lost the game first and then bring in the second team. I have no clue who this is, though, because we don't get to see a face. Who's in here with Maniac and I?
The guy on the rough end of the ship.
Oh, my goodness, Trey. What a heartbreaking loss. Hooker played spectacular all game long. Talk to us about that last play.
Yeah, I mean, Conley was wide open. I just don't know how the DB got by him. I mean, 6'6", you expect the guy to go make a play on the ball, and he just didn't.
Am I reading it right, Trey, that you were kind of forced to hold on to it a little bit longer than you normally would have want to because of the user, and then you were just trying to dump it over the top?
No, that was the game plan, was to try and hit that route, and it was open. There was nobody there, and just the safety made the play on it. Maniac,
what do you got for our guy, Trey?
Trey, I know you're feeling down right now, but man, what a game, what a performance. You didn't have an incompletion, I think, until like the third quarter or something like that. Hooker was just on fire, and do you feel like those injuries kind of right there at the end kind of hurt you a little bit? With I know your center went down, then Gibbs went down. Did that kind of affect you at all, or?
No, it was in a situation where they weren't really playing factor.
Trey, I got to ask about Gibbs. Gibbs was so red hot early in the game, and then it seemed that you got away from him. Then he did get he get hurt a little later in that game. Was that just part of your game plan? Did you see something in Orlando that made you want to go with the rookie over Gibbs?
Not really. The rookie was he's my power back, so I was realizing that Orlando was coming in with a lot of blitzes to try and stop the runs. Gibbs isn't a power back. I'm hoping that my rookie comes in and smashes one of those blitzers in the face and breaks one.
Trey, tough loss, but a spectacular season from you. What's the biggest takeaway coming out of season 107?
I didn't expect to make it past the first round. To make it to a fluke jump ball scenario where my player didn't play the ball, that's well enough for me.
Well, nothing to hang your head on, man, because that's you gave us a couple of phenomenal games to end this season. I mean, what an entertainment that you've provided with your team. Firepower, man. You've got one of the best offenses ever, I think, in the OMFL.
Yeah, I mean, I went into this game and I was talking with Bronco before it. It was the Young Gun show. We got to show all you old folks how to play some Madden these days.
Yeah, I don't think it's even a debate. Hands down, the best offense that we've seen in season 107. All of the weapons, and you really had them on showcase. You had the one bad play. That was it. The one tough play right there at the end. You just had all the weapons. Congratulations on a great season. I know that comes up a little bit empty after a really tough loss there, but man, you had a spectacular season, and you're going to be right back there again next season because your team's young. You've got so many weapons there, and you're only going to continue to add to that. Congratulations on an NFC championship and a really amazing OMFL Bowl 107.
Yeah, and I'd just like to say congratulations to Bronco, man. He played one heck of a game, and it was a fun chess match. It was just that one little piece of, the turnovers came to bite me in the butt. Amon-Ra's fumble and the interception. The amount of times that I stripped that ball loose and didn't recover it, it sucks. But he played a great game to counteract that.
That's the one thing. I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to ask about that. I see Bronco Man's with us. We'll get to you in just a second here, Bronco Man. But your team, I thought we were done, but I have to ask this question. I can't let you out of here without asking this question. Your team all season, and it showed up again against the Dallas Cowboys, and again here today, dropped so many interceptions. Is there anything you can put your finger on about why your team specifically just could not make defenses pay for those bad throws?
I couldn't tell you. I even have the coaching tree to boost catching, so I don't know. It's just a common trend with my team. Like, perfect scenario is I lose the game on a play where his safety was boxed out and got an interception. My safety jumped the ball and dropped it, and then he goes and scores a touchdown.
Yeah.
It's, those points, you got to factor in that blocked extra point. If he blocks that extra point, if he doesn't block it, it's a tie ball game. I'm not trying to rush the play to try and get in the field goal range and then relax. It's tie ball game. I'm able to work a little bit better.
Good point.
It's really tough. Maniac, anything to close out with Mr. Trey before we let him out of here?
Yeah, just again, I just want to say congrats on your season, and man, your offensive playbook is one of the best. I'm actually taking notes, man. So no, I really appreciate you with what you've brought to the playoffs, and again, some entertaining games to be able to watch. Definitely, you've got 2 OMFL classics here back-to-back weeks. So, congrats on that, man. Because
I said the entire playoff run was an OMFL classic.
Absolutely.
Well, Trey, we will see you soon enough. And if this is any kind of silver lining, it would be that in less than 24 hours, we won't even remember OMFL Bowl 107 because everybody will be pumped about free agency and the draft, and you're going to just continue to add to that powerhouse that you've built there in Detroit. I hope that you're proud of what you've done. We'll see you again next season, my friend.
For sure.
There you have it, Trey of the Detroit Lions. A tough way to end OMFL Bowl 107, especially after kind of having that game in control. Let's bring in Mr. Bronco, man, his first ever OMFL championship. I remember talking with him just a couple of seasons ago, and he's like, I just want to be able to compete for one of those. And here in just a couple of seasons, he is now going to be crowned a champion. Mr. Bronco, man, congratulations on winning OMFL Bowl number 107. You get to go to Disneyland just on your own dime. I'm not paying for it. Tell us your original thoughts. What are we feeling after such an epic victory?
What's good, y'all? Can you hear me all right?
We can hear you, friend.
Yes.
That was a crazy game. I mean, not many times I go out there on defense. I mean, I'd say I'm a stronger defensive player than offensive. Not many times I go out there and I feel lost. I couldn't do anything. I felt so lost stopping that run, and it just felt like whatever I did, he had the right play to do exactly what he needed to do. And hats off to him. I mean, great season. That was the most intense game I've ever played in my life.
What were you thinking on that last play? We asked Trey about it. To me, it looked like you purposely carried him over the top, made him hold on to that ball a little bit longer than he wanted to, and by the time he tried to still force it over the top, your safety was able to make a play. What were you thinking in that play?
Well, honestly, I saw the formation when we were picking plays, and I remember him in a similar formation on that playoff game against D-Wayne when he beat the Cowboys, and I was like, he wants to end it right here. You don't want a field goal. So I played over top and kind of stayed in the middle with my linebacker, and, I mean, Blackman made a hell of a play over that 6'6" receiver. So I worked out the way I wanted it to. It was a lot scarier there at the end than I wanted it to be. I wanted to run some more clock, but I had to take the points. I couldn't, especially I got mad earlier in the game and wasted a couple of my timeouts, so I kind of had to just get the points.
Before I hand it to Maniac, since he's saying it in chat, we have seen a bit of a theme against Trey in this playoffs, and that is the cover 4. You did tend to lean zone heavy in this game, cover 2 zone, cover 4 zone. Was that just part of your game plan coming into this, facing this offense, is that you needed to go a little bit more zone heavy?
Yeah, I mean, last week against Bill, I went more man heavy because I thought my speed of my corners and safeties could line up with his playmakers, but every time I went man, it seemed like I was getting burnt by Williams or Gibbs or whoever. So I kind of, as the game, I wanted to go a little bit more man, put some more pressure on him, but that didn't work. So I kind of went more zone, and I felt like I did a better job against the pass than I did the run. I mean, his numbers were crazy. I came inches away from picking him off in the end zone, and that one drove me nuts. But yeah, I think the zone is with him and sending pressure every once in a while. I mean, that's kind of your best bet. My game plan going in was kind of I wanted to take away the deep stuff, make him beat me underneath, and force him into a mistake. And he really didn't make many mistakes. There at the end, looked like the guy was open. My guy made a play, but you'd have to pick your poison with an offense like that.
Hey, Bronco man, this is Maniac. Congratulations, man. Your first ever OMFL Bowl win, your first bowl game, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So kudos to you for that. With the kind of piggybacking off what Nate was saying, like we were sitting in the stream here going like, oh, he's in cover 4 again. Like every time you lined up in cover 4, it was like a big play for Trey. And I know like sometimes man is better, and like you were explaining stuff, but was there any thought to the process of trying to also limit Hooker's ability to run, scramble? Was that in the back of your mind when you were calling?
Yeah, it definitely was. I mean, I set my ends to conservative, and they got burnt a couple times on the option plays, which that one he had on 3rd and long was just crazy. I mean, what a gutsy play call. But yeah, I mean, I really, especially when he's out of those empty sets, I was really kind of getting concerned about the Hooker scramble. So that's why on that last play where I picked him off, I wanted to be using safety, but I stayed in with the linebackers. I was like, he still has a timeout. Hooker, shifty, he's fast. I can't quite just not give it to him, but I want to make him more hesitant to run with Hooker.
Were you were you trying to take away any of his weapons? I know, like we were talking about, Trey has got like so many weapons. Like he's got Williams, he's got St. Brown, he's got his rookie Conley, he's got Laporta, he's got Gibbs. Were you trying to limit, like say, okay, I'm going to try to take away this one guy, that one guy, and force him to try to win the game, like with Laporta or like with his rookie? Were there any thoughts on that as well?
Yeah, I mean, going in, I wanted to stop Conley and Williams out of the receiving game the most. And there was earlier in the game, I think I went more man than I did towards the end of the game, and I would kind of line up on Williams most of the time, and he never threw my way. But with how fast his team was, I mean, Amon-Ra's open or Conley's open or Gibbs is open down out of the backfield. So that's what kind of shifted me to zone. But I mean, I wanted to take away Williams because I know he's that big play threat. And Gibbs is just a problem. There were so many times where I thought I had him for 1 or 2 yard gain, and he just keeps fighting, breaks tackles, jukes loose, gets 7, 8, whatever it is. And I mean, to beat an offense like that, you have to have some luck your way. And I'm not going to act like those 2 fumbles that I fumbled didn't get back, or that I ended up getting back. I mean, if one of those doesn't go my way, or even both of them, it's a different game. But it was my day today, and that's just that. I mean, Madden was on my side, I guess, and I'm thankful for that.
All right. Well, one more from me. When you were actually that one play went not exactly one play, but going into the third, Hooker was, I think, like 8 of 8 or 9 of 9, 10 of 10, something like that. He didn't even have a incompletion until like mid third. What was your thought? Like, man, is this guy ever going to miss a pass, or is he ever going to make a bad throw?
My thoughts when I kept seeing that was I got here for a reason, and I think that I thought my game plan was solid. It's hard to stop him, but I wanted him to beat me underneath. He had some big plays, but I stopped the big plays as much as it is about as good as I could have against him. And I knew that, I mean, Hooker, I wasn't getting hardly any pressure on him. I think I only had 1 sack and just felt like he had all day to throw. But because it's just you can't send too many blitzes against him. I did here and there, but it just didn't seem to work. But I wanted to take away the deep stuff as much as possible and make him beat me. And I wanted to force him into a throw. And thankfully there at the end of the game, the game plan that I wanted to work better the whole game worked there at the end.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bronco man, I got a couple of questions, but before I do, I gotta help Chad understand what's going on. That sound that you guys, well, the movement you seen was me telling Maniac to scoot over because I could only see half his face. He just kept scooting more and more off screen. I was like, no one can see you. Get back over here. And the music that you heard is because we got a brand new subscriber, Mr. Drake, who left a message. Drake, I think, is one of Bronco Man's buddies. So appreciate you, Drake. Thanks for the sub and the follow. Appreciate you. And so that music was the subscription, and you didn't see it on screen because we're in our interview screen, and I don't have it set up to pop up on the interview screen. But anyway, Bronco Man, on offense, your team up to this point has really all been about Taylor and what Taylor adds to your team, what he can do on offense. But today we've seen you come out in a lot of shotgun formations, really spreading out the lines. We've seen you lean very heavily on Richardson, who sometimes he made a couple of good throws, and sometimes you got really lucky with a couple of them because he could have easily thrown 4 or 5 interceptions today. So tell me, was that part of the game plan? Was that just something you felt like you needed to do? Why attack the Detroit Lions through Richardson and the shotgun offense instead of really relying on Taylor?
Well, I'd say it's kind of twofold. One would go back to last season and the start of this season, and that, I mean, I became very one-dimensional with Taylor, and for good reason. He's a great player, but I think the more time went on, even towards the end of last season, Taylor kind of started getting shut down a little bit because guys are just stacking the box. Richardson's not good enough to make throws. Even sometimes he just, I mean, everybody's been through it with a young quarterback, you know, missing not even no pressure. It drives you crazy. So I really kind of made it a point throughout the season that I didn't want to be one-dimensional. I wanted to be someone who could throw the ball, and that's really a weakness of mine, even outside of the Condors, is my passing offense is something I've always struggled with. And I've been working on it, kind of struggled in the year, but I'm nowhere near as potent as Trey's offense. But I'm not a one-dimensional player anymore, and I didn't want to become one-dimensional. Towards the end of the game, I did want to run clock. I didn't want Trey getting the ball back, and had to take that with that touchdown with 26 seconds left, I believe. But, yeah, I probably could have ran the ball more, definitely. But once I kept getting down by 10, we're matching touchdowns, and I thought I needed to score quicker, and I needed to get down the field because my only hope was getting that ball back, holding them to 3, and it worked out about as good as it could have for me there.
2 more questions, and then we're going to let you out of here to celebrate with champagne or whatever it is that you choose to celebrate, the adult beverage of your choice. There was a big play from Taylor early in the second half, broke it off to the right side. It felt like from the second he got the handoff, the closest guy to him was in the stands selling beers. He breaks it out, and it felt like from that moment on, your offense had a lot more momentum, and it felt like from this end that you gained some confidence. Put me in your mind, what happened on that play?
Well, I went into halftime pretty dejected after I could have taken the lead. I can't remember specifically what happened. I have to go back and watch it. But I settled for 3, and he had, I think, 2 minutes to go down, and he scored with hardly any time left and got a touchdown. He's up 10, and I knew I was getting the ball, but being down 10 to an offense like that is, like, really hard to come back from. So I kind of was sitting there thinking, I was making my adjustments, and I was like, I can't abandon the run, so I needed to run a little bit, and I called that RPO play, and I saw the look it was given, and it didn't have anybody outside there. I was like, I'm probably going to hand this ball off no matter what, and I did, and it kind of gave me the confidence to say, all right, I'm here. My first game, nerves are getting to me, but I mean, it was a battle, and that was probably one of the only good runs. I think there's only 2 or 3 runs really from Taylor that did much, but that was, I mean, that was big because it was quick right out of the half, and it gave me a little confidence, put me closer, and seemed like we kind of kept answering each other there in that second half.
You score late in the game, 23, 24 seconds. You kick it off to him, and within one play, he's at the 50-yard line hitting Williams. Put me in your huddle. What are you thinking? Are you nervous? Are you confident? Do you think you can make a play? Tell me what you're thinking after that big play from Williams.
Well, my first thought was on that first play of that drive was I went into man and I should have stayed in zone. And I took away the over the top stuff on the right side of the field, but he had that crosser coming across by himself and pretty much naked, wide open, and gets down there, calls timeout. I think 17 seconds left, maybe, or something in that area. And I was thinking, I need to get pressure. I just thought, I got to go zone. I can't go man. It's just not going to work. He's going to run these routes that get my DBs all caught up, and his players are better than mine anyway. So, or his receivers are higher overall than my secondary was. And I said, I'm going zone. I'm going to stop the middle of the field and just got to pray here, because I knew that if he has too many good players and someone was going to be open. So I got lucky that he made the wrong read. And I mean, it did honestly look like he was open. I thought it was going to be deflected. And then Blackman just kind of, I don't know. He saved the day for me. He's getting a lifetime contract for the Condors, that's for sure.
Well, Bronco man, congrats. Not many humans on this planet can say that they were in the bowl game of the world's longest, oldest online CFM, and yet you are going to host a trophy. So send me your real full name, your mailing address. I'm going to get your trophy ordered later this week. We'll get that over to you. Congratulations. You will always be etched in OMFL history, lore, and Hall of Fame for your championship game. What a run by you. Can't wait to see what you can do with the Condors next season.
Thank you, Nate. Thank you, Maniac.
Hey, Bronco man. Parker Colt's on the phone. He's wanting to know if he can come over and join the bowl party.
Yeah, we'll get him some pizza or something. He helped get us here. That I thought about that earlier today. Actually, I was thinking about how I was so nervous to make that trade, but Richardson, it's been rough with him, but it's starting to pay off for me. And Richie Grant's been big for me. He was part of that trade. He was out today, unfortunately, but it's Parker Colt's always welcome in Orlando, Indianapolis.
You see, if Parker would be down here in the Bayou, Lattimore could have been up there making plays and maybe shut down some of these big plays you were giving up in Detroit. But we can't do anything about the past. Congratulations, Bronco man. Enjoy this one for 24 hours, because this is just how it rolls around here. Within 24 hours, everyone will forget that we had a bowl game, and we will all be ready for the offseason. So congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
There we have it. Yes, you're right, Cincy Berg. It is saving us a lot of money by not having to send that thing up to Canada. It's crazy. It doubles the price anytime we have to do that. What an amazing job, Maniac. Before we know it, though, we'll be right back here on Tuesday. It's looking like maybe Wednesday doing the OMFL draft. What a playoffs. What a time. Give me some closing thoughts as we wrap up season 107 and get us off to the re-sign phase.
Personally, it's been an up and down season, but I'm telling you, being able to witness these playoffs, especially these last two games, last three games, really, if you look at the AFC championship, even the divisional round with the Jets and the Bengals, the Bills. I don't know why I got the Bengals. I'm making predictions for next season. The Bengals are going to be in the bowl game, with these last few games in the playoffs, so it's just been fun. I've got the itch back, man. I want to play because I want to get my team, try to get the ship righted and ready to grow for season 108, and I'm just looking forward to it. But these two games that we've ended with with us doing the commentary, it's been fun. I would love to do every game. I enjoy it. It's just a different thing that it's just fun to do. So you get to see some good football.
I blame Pooty. Pooty and the FPS crew keep me from doing more of these, because when I'm like, do I want to work or do I want to just go relax and have fun? I usually choose relax and have fun. But hopefully we can find more time. New computer, it's a lot easier and it all works better. I'm really, really happy with how things are looking. And we're just going to tweak and move things from here and there. But I'm really proud of what we've produced. And I appreciate Maniac pushing himself outside of his own comfort zone and being right here on camera. I get it's hard. Like, you got wife and family and they're like, what are you doing? Like, what? I don't understand. And so I appreciate him. I appreciate you guys for being here. And I made the big investment into the computer and the time. Like, this took me over 40 hours to redesign everything. It's been awesome. So it's just been a great season. I'm just blown away by what we seen happen. It's good to crown somebody not named D Money or Kobe or one of these guys that wins a whole lot of games around here. We had a really great playoff, and I got to call it with you, and I'm really excited about what next season is going to hold for us. It's still a little in the air about whether we're going to make the switch to all Madden or not. Maniac and I are trying to figure out, what settings if we do go to all Madden, because we're tweaking some things with these latest updates, but it looks like we're leaning that way. And the draft night is still up. So a lot of things are going to wrap up here in the next 24 to 48 hours. There is a chance, just so that everyone knows, that I feel really bad about Tuesday winning and I force us to go Wednesday. I don't know yet. We'll see how it goes. It just, it is fast, but every time, Maniac, I say it's fast, the league votes for faster every single time. And if they only knew how much stress and pressure it puts on me to go that fast, that's why I've spent the last 2 days. Like, I have not gamed the last 2 days. I've just been making graphics and updating things and doing the Pro Bowl took me like 3.5 hours to do today. So it's just, I'm going to breathe and let's get ready for season 108. What do you mean, Kevin? I said, I'm not. No, I didn't play last night. I didn't play tonight. So, Kevin, you sit on a throne lies. I'm telling you the truth. I spit truths out here. Anyway, it's been a great, great run. I appreciate you. I appreciate everything that everybody's put into this. And I always get super sentimental and reflective and loving during the holidays. I feel like I'm loving all the time, but I get extra loving during the holidays. But when it comes to season, can you hear the soundboard when I play it?
No, I can't. Okay. But I did hear it.
It's going to totally flat with you. But when it comes to season, I see what you're saying, Kevin. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just saying, I feel bad because for those, it is a tight turnaround. If you're traveling, like anyway, I'm getting off track here. For those of you who are with us, when it comes to season 108, I just have one really great phrase to say, and this is how I want to wrap up the show.
Put your fucking back into it, you big bitch.
That's what I need to happen in season 108. I just need us to put our back into it. I need to see some better attitudes. I need to see us really making some content. I want to see some more team content. I want to see some more team stories. I want to see some more streams. I know my guy, Luca, is out. I never know what to call him because everybody's name seems to change all the time. I want to see some more streams with faces. I want to see you guys pushing it because this is a really great place to play. And I want more people to know it. Maniac, thanks for hanging out with me tonight, man. I appreciate you.
Pleasure. It's a pleasure, man. And I want to say thank you for all that you do. I know I don't really have an idea of what all goes into the production part, but I can tell you I've been around guys like at EA and different things. It is not easy. There's a lot of time that's being put into this. So thank you for your dedication to the league and to the community. And really appreciate you, and I'm just glad I'm able to hop in on the like the one graphic that you put up of you and I'm on the back end and I'm helping push along whatever I can do to help, whatever I can do to help the community, do for the community. I want to do that, and I've got to get my butt in gear and start putting my back into it and get Tony Bono back into the play of things around here.
You do a lot, man. Running a league is not easy, and to run a league and playing the OMFL, it's a lot, bro. It's I couldn't do it. That's why I don't play in the Deuce. I don't physically have the time. But listen, nothing can be worse than what last season was for me, which was just a big wet fart right there. And so hopefully it's better next season. Guys, I love you. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate you. And I just appreciate y'all all being here and everything that you've given here to the community. We'll see you in the next one. Remember, it's the holidays. You're going to be traveling. Take care of yourself. Make smart decisions. If you're taking in your own adult beverages, make good decisions, healthy decisions. Keep people around you safe. Take care of people. Take care of yourself. And let's get you all back in one piece as we get ready for 2024, which is crazy to say, but 2024 is here. Guys, I love you. We'll see you in the next one, okay? Peace.
Deuces.
Smash that like and subscribe.